Hello YouTube, welcome to another episode of Plays for Days. Today we are doing a deck profile on the Bujin, something like
Well,
that.
it's Bujin, War Gods, but then they changed its name to like Bujinjin or whatever you call it.
Something like that. We don't have the name handy, but they're Bujin and War God on here, so... Yeah, we've been playing it all week, and it's actually a really good deck. It's just a lot of the cards aren't going to be out in...
Well, it's really... The only ones that are going to be out are these guys, and they're pretty damn good. Like, they're 1900s, another Beast Warrior that can help activate all the effects. And
plus, he's a 1900 light,
yeah,
which
so
never hurts.
That becomes 2000
anything.
with Tenki. So, let's get into the profile. So, obviously, we would have this guy here, the Mikazuchi or whatever.
I think it's Mikazuchi.
Yeah. So, basically, when you discard a Bujin card, whether it be anything to double the attack or whatever, you can, at the end phase, you get to add a Bujin monster, or a spell or trap, sorry, to your hand. So it could be something like Bujin Rising, or Rise of the Bujin, and add, what is this one?
The Bujin Armament Apparition?
Yeah.
I think that's what it says. Yep.
So you can add any one of these two. I'm still trying to figure out which one I like more. I think I'm going to add two of these, though. So, but yeah, he's an overall good card, 1900 beater. And becomes 2000 with a Tenki, so pretty damn good. And he's also searchable.
Yep.
And the next one is the boss. Like, this is what makes the deck. It's the Yamato. He basically, during the end phase, he can send one Bujin, or you can add one Bujin monster from your deck to your hand and discard one.
He's kind of like Macklemore. He walks into the club and he's like, "What up? I got a big dick." The end phase, you pitch your stuff. You usually pitch your little sword face guy, or you pitch the little negation type guy, or you grab your bird if you have one of the two in your hand. He is just your playmaker. He's your 1800. He's your everything, basically.
And if you're really desperate to add a bird to get over some, you can discard anything for him. So he's just a very, very good card. On top of that, he gets protected by the other Bujins, which we're coming up to next.
Yeah, if you play Evil Swarms, you kind of know the idea behind protecting the one monster.
Yeah.
This is your monster to protect.
Yeah, right here.
The Yamato.
So basically, like, a good play would be, like, to get the Yamato first turn, whether it be drawn into him or a Tenki, and then summoning him at the end phase. You want to get this guy in the grave most of the time, because he'll help stop the targeting, and your opponent then has to also fear the hand traps, which you run basically 4 of, that make you gain attack.
Yeah. So that means anytime your opponent wants to compulse, anytime your opponent wants to steal, anytime your opponent wants to do anything, you just banish this bad boy from the grave and say no.
Even if they want to Veiler. Nope.
But
very good card.
He's got to be in there first, so...
Yeah.
Usually, Yamato first turn, get him in there, and done.
Yeah. And I run 3 of the bear. Some people run 2. I love bear. So I just think he's too good in this deck to run at 2. I love 3. Yeah, just a great card.
He's a good beast warrior. He gets to add his own searcher.
Yep.
And you need that searcher.
Yeah. And 2 of Swordface.
Swordface? Murakumo. That's what we call him. We call him Swordface just because his name's weird. And Swordface sounds cooler.
Yeah. Basically, he just pops face-up cards. So any face-up card.
Banish him from the grave. Pop it. Done.
Very good card. I wouldn't run any more than 2 of these. Like... 2 of the sword face and 2 of the vessel.
Just because the main problem is drawing into it.
Yeah.
It's only 1600, and while you do have the doubling type cards, you just want them in the grave.
Yeah. And this is the one I run 3 of, which is... the
Harakiri?
Yeah. Basically, he doubles the attack of any Beast Warrior Bujin monster, which is the Yamato, which is the goal is to protect him. And these guys, but these guys aren't going to be out till Shadow Specters.
And while Honest seems like the better choice, with Habakiri doubling, it gets pretty high.
Yeah, depending on your X seeds as well. So
your Yamato becomes a 36. That's without any boosters. That's without Horn. That's without Tenki. That's without Tensu.
Yeah.
And your 1900 becomes 38.
Yeah, that's pretty damn powerful. So it's like a must. You want to run 3 of these. And we got the one Honest because, yeah, pretty much everything's a light except for the bears. Powerful card. A must.
You attack into somebody, they attack into you. Decreases 0. It's basically just inflicting your attack as life point damage.
Yeah, so it's a must. We got 1 Heavy Storm, 1 Dark Hole, 1 Rise of the Bujin. I'm still testing this out because I don't know if I should run in 1 or 2s because I've seen people run all sorts, but I think I'm going to leave this one at 1.
It's comparable to the Heraldry Rebirth type card where you get a special summon too, except this one's one of your removed and one of your graveyard type ones. Yeah. And then I think you got a XC summon.
Yeah, and it has to be into a Beast, Beast Warrior, or Winged Beast type monster. So basically it's to get out your Bujin XCs, which can also be defended from things like Vessel or even this bird guy.
It's just good if you've already banished one of your target ones and you want to put them in the grave again, for example.
Yep.
You can use your Searcher and stuff like that.
Yep. So, yeah, and we got the 1 Monster Reborn, 2 Pot of Dualities.
Because that card does not hurt this deck at all.
Nope.
You open with a Pot of Duality, you use it, you summon Yamato.
Yep.
That's your basic play. Unless you plan on exceeding right away, it has no downside in this
like
deck.
in your first 6 cards, if you don't got Yamato or Tenki and you use Pot of Duality and you still don't got a Yamato or a Tenki, that's pretty shitty luck.
Yeah, you're sitting on a pretty bad hand. Like, Pot of Duality is almost a must in this deck just because it doesn't hurt. It's it mills through your deck because it costs you nothing.
Yeah. And
you get a look at 3, so your chances of getting a Tenki or Yamato are increased significantly.
Yep, or maybe even anything else you may need, but
if you want
just a great card. And 2 MSTs. The one Tensu, I'm just testing out the Tensu. It's not really usually in here. I actually took it out for one of these, which we'll get to later, but I think I'll change it back. It's been actually working very well, so I don't know. I'll have to see.
The main idea behind it's just making your big pushes. So you summon out your Yamato, you summon out whatever.
Bear.
You exceed into rank 4. You either make your Hino Kagusuchi type guy.
Hino Kagusuchi, yeah. Just Kagusuchi.
That's what it reminds me of every time, and I forget to just drop off the Hino. It's Kagusuchi. Or you make your guy, and you get a search again, so it's not really a minus.
Yeah, we'll get to them later, though, the Exceeds.
Yeah.
And we got the 3 Tenkis, which is a must. That searches out anything. Bear, Yamato, and this guy, Mitsuchi. Yeah. So it searches out any of these.
It is just terribly sad that it cannot fetch your bird.
Oh, that'd be so broken. Oh my goodness.
That is just so depressing.
And we got the 2 Horn of the Phantom Beast because it's so good in here.
Like I said, use Horn of the Phantom Beast, chain your bird, it doubles the original attack, and you get a draw card.
Yeah, it's just so powerful. And we got the 2 Bottomless. And got that 1 sword. Now this is what I actually changed for the Tensu. I'm actually probably going to change it back to 2 of these. This thing is so good. Especially when, like, during the battle, if they attack and you drop the bird thing to double the attack, and then you kill their 1 monster, then they attack with another, and then you just chain it and add it back to your hand. During damage calc, you just activate it again. So you killed 2 of their monsters for the price of 1 card.
Yeah. It's a really nice card just because you can chain it like that. And if you really don't need it for that, and you banish one of your other ones, like, say, for example, your one that protects you from
like
targeting,
the Vessel.
You can put it back in the grave.
Yeah, so you can protect again. And that's another way you can chain it. If they want to, like, drop, like, a dad and then chain your card because they know you have a bird or honest, they'll be like, drop a dad and then they'll target. You can just activate this trap and chain the guy and no
target.
Yeah. It's just really good. Anything like that, though, even if they veil or just anything, you can add it back to the grave, banish it to negate.
It's good. It's never really dead, just because as long as you have a remove from play or one in the graveyard you want, it's not dead.
Yeah, you can even bring him back to pop a troubling card that's face up on the field. So, yep.
Always good.
So I'm going to probably put it back to 2 and take out the Tensu. Even though this worked very well as well, but I just prefer this. And we got the 2 Mirror Force, the 2 Breakthrough Skills. I love Breakthrough Skill. It's good.
Effects are just too good this format.
Yep.
Gotta get rid of them.
Yep. And the 3 Compulses. Compulses doing very well. I really enjoy 3 Compulse in like all my decks this format.
Compulse just gets rid of problem cards. They got a Draco sack, get rid of it. They got a big guy, just get rid of it. Just get rid of whatever's bugging you.
Yep.
Lead Yoke, it's like, oh man, you can't be destroyed twice and you become a 38.
Out of here.
Or just go away.
Just get out of here. Yep. And in the extra deck, we got 1 Crazy Box. If you decide to tech in the Eradicator, just the what if, I don't know, maybe in the Prophecy matchup, I don't know. It's possible, especially if you run things like this. So, the Tensu.
Yeah. It's just there if you got the room and stuff. if you want to run the Eradicator. It's not necessary, but it is a suggestion.
Yep. And we got the Kagasuchi. And he was really easy to go into since I ran the Tensu, because I can just use things like even the, like Yamato, anything. And I can drop a bear, and I can use Bear's Effect to pop, and then I can go into Kagasuchi, mill some cards. And he's basically like a Gotchi. Like, you can't be destroyed, but you can just detach. And he also gains 100 for every Bujin you mill. When he's summoned, he mills 5. So he's just a great card. Plus, you can protect him, because he's a Beast Warrior with Vessel or even the Bird guy.
Yeah, plus you can protect your other guys. Say you have a Yamato and you make him, and they're like, oh, I'm going to Torrential. You can save both.
Yep, really good card. I was having him at 2, but I don't know. I just got to find some room.
It's harder to go into him just because it requires Beast Warriors.
Yeah.
And if you're going with your Yamatos,
it's kind of it sucks to get rid of Yamatos.
Yeah.
And Bears, but these guys, the relics, they're not Beast Warriors.
No,
they're Beast and Wing Beast. So you can't use them. You can use these guys and the Bears. So
yeah. So you got a few targets, but don't rely on him in every situation.
Yeah. And we got the one Utopia. Now this guy is very important. I like going into him, Susando, or whatever.
Susano, yeah.
Susano, yeah.
Or Susanu.
He's basically like a searcher, or you can put a card in the grave. So
if you want to put your protection from targeting in there, you can do it. If you want to put your destruction card in there, you could do it. He makes the plays happen, or you can add stuff to your hand. If you special summon him with, say, your Rise of the Bujin, then you can normal summon a Yamato again.
Yeah, and I mean, he just requires 2 Bujin monsters, so it can even be the relics. They're Bujins. So I mean, even if you get a shitty hand and you have to set them, you can set your Mirror Force, your Bottomless, your Compulse, and you can fend them off for 1 turn, and then you can just summon another and go into him and get your Yamato to your hand or anything you need. So he's just a good card. I run him at least at 2.
Yeah. If you're running the Rise of the Bujin, then that's probably the guy you're going to be going into.
And like the other guys, he gets protected because he's a Beast Warrior by the Vessel or the Bird guy. You can use it on him. And the one Constellar, the one Paffy, one Black Ship of Corn, this huge Rock Palm giant hand.
Huge Rock Palm giant hand. It's very obvious.
1 Diamond Dyer, 1 Star Liege, 1 Maestroke, 1 Laval Chain, 1 Beast Dweller, and 1 Cowboy. For the side deck, I don't really have a side deck for this video. I mean, it's all what you want to do. I mean, it all depends on the meta and how your locals are and whatnot, or tournament that you're going to. But
this is more suggestions about what you could run.
I mean, like when Judgment of the Light comes out, which is soon. This guy won't be in there. This guy's in Shadow Specters. So what I've seen some people do is I've seen them actually use this guy just as another Bujin. I mean, this guy's not too bad. During your main phase 1, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard, then target 1 Bujin monster you control. It can attack your opponent directly this turn.
So you can even do that with your Exceeds if you wanted to.
Anything.
If you hit somebody direct with a 3,000 Kagasuchi.
We've had this guy at 31 today.
31 direct damage. Even if your opponent's putting up like defensive walls like crazy, they could be playing Marshmallow. You could hit him direct.
Yeah, so it's pretty nasty. I think it's a pretty decent card.
It's a pretty nice card. Bad. It's not as good as the Bird guy, but it is definitely a nice
and it's
tech.
Definitely not as good as this guy, because this is a Beast Warrior. It's another guy that could be protected, and he's 2k with the 10 key, and on top of his other searching effect. This guy's very good, but he's not going to be out for a long time. So I think he's a pretty decent replacement. Well, just to have for now.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of people also with this guy. I've seen a lot of people run 3 of him to pop face-up cards. I prefer 2. I would personally side deck the 3rd just in case when I know what they're playing. So
if you find you're not running enough targets to use on your Rise of the Bujin, run more of this guy. Just because you'll be able to banish, you'll have more targets for your banish and your graveyard.
Yeah.
So it's all about player preference, how you want to mix the deck, but
yeah. But I wouldn't run more than 2 of the banishing or the targeting guys. I think 2 is the perfect number.
Because if they know you got it, they're not going to target your guy anyway.
Yeah, so he's just there to kind of scare him off or bait him out.
He's your insurance. You don't want too much.
Yeah. And the Kagasuchi, I was playing it at 2, so I'm going to put it back to 2. I've realistically never gone into more than 2 in a duel. At most, I've gone into 2 of these, and I wouldn't have gone into 3 ever anymore. So I don't know. I'll put this to 2, but I've never done more than 1.
You never know when you might need it, and it'd be better to have it than have it and never use it than need it and not have it.
Yeah, and there's some people that ran 2 of these in the deck. I wouldn't go more than 1 as of now, as of testing and how this deck works, and I love this deck and I love it at 1. So
well, if you're playing more of the banishing type cards, it's not as bad to run more of, but as the build is right now, you don't really want to be running more than 1.
I prefer this just because I can bring back the bird guys or anything, even my Yamato, anything.
And you could run 3 of it, but
yeah, it's overkill.
Yeah, even the trap is a little overkill at 3.
Oh yeah, no, I just used 2 of these. I liked it at 2. That's what I'm gonna put it back at, and
because they can get really cloggy if you don't need them in the hand.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, it is nice if your Yamato died for some reason, you want to get it back too, but but if you really need them back, you could call the Haunted, I guess.
Yeah, if you run it.
Pinpoint Guard is a nice little tech I kind of came up with just looking at this video here.
Yeah.
Because you can bring back your Yamato, he'll get his effect during the end phase, and he's not destroyed.
Yeah.
Until the next turn, so.
Yeah.
That's an idea too, but that's just my little spin on it.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Basically, the deck revolves around him. I mean, he's the key card. You need him to get your plays going, to send the cards to the grave. Very, very important. So, it's just a great card. Basically, you just protect him like Ophion.
Mm-hmm.
You have a lot of cards. You've been handed a toolbox. Now just protect him.
Somebody's going to attack it. Don't just be like, oh, well, it's just Yamato. No, you throw that bird down.
Yeah. It's not just Yamato. It's your life. So... But yeah, so tell us what you guys think of this deck. Personally, I think this deck is very, very fun, and this build is really good. I recommend you guys trying it. Like I said, I would just take out the Tensu for another one of these traps, and I think it's ready to go.
If you guys got any interesting tech ideas, I'd be very pleased to hear them too.
Yeah, just let us know, and yeah, we'll catch you guys later.
Peace.